Oh, yes. Unfortunately, I was feeling under the weather Friday and Saturday. Oh, well, I hope you're feeling
hope
better.
you're feeling better,
Oh,
VIP.
my goodness.
Is that VIP?
Yeah, Yolanda.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
Robert.
can you read that, Reed? I can't even read that.
The mimosas helping me.
I guess so,
open my
man.
eyes.
Yeah, she's already fed up. How you doing, the bakers? And I'm gonna get a little bit of the little coochie. If you can. What?
All right, so we had a little bit of the mic wasn't working, but it's working now. So
It's all good.
awesome. So thank you.
Nice. You got Facebook right there. So you can read that right there in your face.
Sorry.
I'm not even got to worry about it. I'm over here like 5 miles out. And I'm like,
right here for you just in case.
I can't even read
No,
that.
he's trying to put his glasses on.
I got to put my glasses on. They're in my pocket. I'm like, I'm a guest. I'm not reading them.
No, yeah.
I'm a guest today.
Okay, so for the people who don't know who Rita and Cleto are, go ahead and Rita. I guess if you want to start first.
Well, for everybody that doesn't know, I'm Rita Hernandez, live on air with Rita, owner and founder of Inspirations Live Media, Broadcasting Magazines, and I'm just really excited to be here.
And for those of you that don't know me, well, you must have been living under a rock, because I'm going to tell you right now, I am George Lopez, and I am here to let you know that, no, I'm just kidding. I'm Cleto Rodriguez. I am the other half of the Rita and Cleto show. And if you don't know that show by now, then I don't know where you've been.
It's becoming famous.
We're becoming. We got 14 followers, folks.
14.
We're very excited, Eric.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you very much.
Where we go, everybody's like, "Oh, when are you on next? Where are you going?" That's
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness.
And it's usually family members because we owe money.
Yeah, they're trying to hunt us down.
They're trying to hunt us
They're
down.
stalking us.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that though. I mean, that just brings the family together.
So, is this your first show, second show, third show? What is this?
70th show.
70th show.
Yeah. I mean, considered it. I started last year. I did 60 interviews.
Oh,
last
okay.
year.
But you didn't. But did you have the same setup?
No.
No, I'm talking about with this setup.
Oh, with it? Yeah. Well, I did it 2 weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
and nothing worked. So
you got the glitches out now. So technically, we're your first one. Yeah. Attaboy, Eric. Oh yeah.
So, you know,
As he's trembling to make sure everything works.
I'm trying to make sure that it's.
So right now you're like.
Morning.
It's difficult, you know. I know
You
you
should
guys
just
know
all
about it.
freeze and like.
Oh man, they're tapping their phone.
Yeah, they're like, what happened to my phone? It's buffering.
No, but you know, it's been difficult. I know you guys know about the audio stuff. It works.
No, Eric, we don't know. We have never had this problem
True,
before.
true.
Rita's got this thing down. She's been doing it for 13 years. So, no, we don't know how you feel at all. We got everything down. She's got a hotspot for the hotspot. I mean, it's just like there's no way we're going down on her watch. I can tell you right now.
Where I go, I just need an outlet.
Eric, that is it. And if she gets an outlet, any kind of electricity, she'll get sticks and rub them together. I mean, she'll do whatever she has to do. Put a kite out in the front and hang her with foil.
Lisa says good morning. Hi, good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Lisa.
Robert Reyna. What's going on?
Robert.
Oh, this is good.
Right? This is good too.
This is really good.
What are you drinking, beer?
This is a
Breakfast beer?
It's a breakfast. Hey, BBC together.
I'm gonna dunk my bagel in my mimosa.
What do you?
Taste it. It's
Ooh, girl. Dang. Man, how many proof is that? Good night. Man, you'll be like, hey, dang, welcome to the Rita and Cleto show. I'm like, hey, give her 2 more drinks. Welcome to the Rita and Cleto show. I just got out of it. She starts taking over.
We have our guest.
We have our guest Eric with us.
Our guest is over here.
Rita, that is potent stuff right there.
That's why I'm sipping it.
Man, no wonder you're sipping it.
Hey, what did I order first?
This is her second one.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I ordered this.
Folks, see how Rita is?
I ordered a sweet
Before I
tea.
got here, she was like,
So he said, I ordered a sweet teas. Oh, it's going to take a little while to brew. I said, okay, I'll just go ahead and take this for now. So
what's your hardest booze you got? I'll take that for now. Whatever's the hardest liquor you got, I want to take some of that right now. What's your strongest mimosa? Because
That's my
you know,
girl,
I'm gonna
Rita.
get a good.
Yeah, girl.
Is that VIP?
Yeah, I get a heart for that.
Oh my gosh.
Let my hair down.
Both of y'all are gonna wind up in AA pretty soon. I'll tell y'all. I'm telling you right now, y'all are not. She was a no. VIP could put mimosas down. Matter of fact, she probably got one in her hand right now. I ain't gonna lie.
We're celebrating together.
Mimosas have tequila in it, right?
She's sick right now, but I bet she's got one like with emergency in it, just like
Light it on fire.
she's got emergency in her.
The best show in San Antonio's on. Hold on, let me get my mimosa.
Yeah, she's got emergency in her mimosa. That's her liquid of
you
choice.
have to do that. You have to. Yeah, and mimosas come with tequila, right?
Man, look at this. We need, hey Rita, we gotta get headsets, Rita.
I have
We gotta get
headsets.
headsets because this
Oh,
is legit right here.
Do the night talk. Let's see.
Hello, everybody. Oh, snap!
I like to hear myself.
Maybe you didn't hear what I said, ladies and gentlemen. I like to give me a little mimosa before I go in.
Now, do you have a cigar for that?
Oh, hey. We got Monica Lewinsky here, everybody, and she's kind of kicking in with the mimosa. Let's see. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
We're just having fun.
Hey, the bottom of the ninth, we're gonna go on.
He's totally changing our voices.
I love it. I
chipmunks.
love it.
She has.
And Barry White.
Oh.
You sounded like Barry White, Rita.
Oh,
I like your mimosas.
that's the voice changer.
And Yolanda said, "How do you know, Cleto, that she has her?"
Oh, I
mimosa?"
know. I know she does.
Stephanie said for me to let my hair down. That ain't happening, I guess, with all these buns I have on my hair. It's gonna take me an hour.
Hey, Stephanie. Is Stephanie on from What Rules?
So she has headsets. Oh yeah, these are. Oh, she thought these are my Princess Leia. She thought I was wearing Princess Leia.
Oh, that's funny. And again, there she's drinking mimosas too. That one over there.
Oh my gosh! Everybody's like, y'all are too much.
Hey, mad respect for Red Wolves to Joe and Stephanie. Mad respect for coming dressed up Saturday night.
Not just
Much
that,
respect.
They won on Sunday.
And did they?
They won.
Oh,
Red
good.
Wolves.
Congrats.
Yes.
Was that in Houston?
Yes.
Yeah, they went to Houston for.
Oh, am I the only one howling like an idiot?
Hey, you were
Let's do the voice. Ready?
again.
Ready?
Okay. She goes, "Am I the only one howling?" Yes, you are. You are the only one howling.
This is for you, Stephanie. Oh my goodness. Flora says y'all are too much. Yes. This is how we roll.
This is how we roll on a Monday when we're not on our own show.
Yes.
Even when we're on our own show.
Well, yeah, it's worse.
Minus the mimosas.
Okay, so
He's like, all right, let me
let's
interview
reel it
you.
back in. Let's reel it back in.
All right, Eric, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, so Cleto, you've been around the block. You've been Jenny around the block, right?
Oh, he wants to be.
I want to be with Jenny around the block, but she hasn't called in
He
yet.
hasn't returned his call.
She hasn't returned my call. She's making me wait. It's playing hard to get that one there.
Oh, hold on. Lisa asked, can you ask Rita what her favorite personality trait about Cleto? And ask Cleto the same about Rita.
Okay.
When he's not talking. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No.
It's okay, because I'm coming up next.
Exactly. I did that for the reason. No, you know what? I love that he's like family. That trait of him treating me like I am. There's a lot of reverb going on in there, you know.
Like the brother you never wanted.
Yeah. So what I love about Cleto, in anything and everything we're doing, I love that it's like family.
Mm.
So that's that trait, that personality that I can just call him and he won't be like, oh, it's Rita. You know, he's got to pick up. He's like, oh, I got to get paid.
It's contractual friendship.
It's a contractual friendship, right? Yeah. It's it right there.
And again,
Oh, look at that.
It's a sangria, actually.
This-
It's actually
That
sangria.
looks good.
you have a straw. That's okay. I don't see. This is my real drink. It's
We gotta
a
save the
sweet
turtles,
tea.
No, it's
girl.
not.
Yeah, it's a sweet tea. This was the original.
Is that sweet?
Yes,
It's
the
sangria.
brew. They had
It's a
it was
sangria.
brewing.
I love me a nice fresh brewed tea
yeah.
to go with my heavy hardcore liquor mimosa. You know.
and him,
You know what sweet tea does for me? Like a hot brewed sweet tea. You know what it does for me?
makes your sugar go super high.
It gives me diabetes. Yeah, but
Oh, what is that?
Oh,
It's a simple sugar. It's not sweet yet.
Oh, okay.
Now it is.
what is that, syrup?
This
Oh,
is
that's like
more
pancake
this is
syrup.
more like
Syrup.
simple
It's
sugar.
scissor. Scissor.
Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
Pour the syrup in there. That's straight beaties.
Oh, okay. I'll just put a little bit.
You're gonna need more than that. Yeah, just leave it right there. She's gonna probably put more in a minute.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my god. Who's driving Rita home?
Yeah, right.
Somebody, you're gonna come pick me up.
Yeah, really. You might have to. But pretty soon you'll be seeing little donkeys flying around here. Like, hey, how you doing?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's my thing for Cleto. Again, beyond the radio, beyond all of this, just like I told him, I would not be doing this as, again, a full-time thing that we're doing if I didn't respect him, if I didn't love him, if I didn't see him like family. It goes above and beyond for what we're trying to do. And just like I was telling you earlier, this is a business for us.
Right.
This is something that is a part of our lives in media, and doing it for so long. The communities and the businesses out there are who we're trying to reach. But at the same time, yeah, we have to look at it as a business so we can provide for our families. You know, we have to provide for our families. You know, we need new shawls and new shirts every couple of shows.
New
New
shawls.
shawls and new shirts every couple of shows. So, you know, everything has
That is your look, Rita, the Shaws.
everything helps. So, yeah, that's my take for you, Lisa.
For me, it's definitely her thoughtfulness. Yeah, she's just so thoughtful. And I think for me, any kind of quality like that, you know, just stands alone, and it stands big with me. And then her personality, you know, it's just very thoughtful, very kind, very nice-hearted. You know, people like that you don't come across too often.
Right.
I mean, I sometimes I feel like when I was around the news, I was just surrounded by so much negativity and people just cutthroat and all kinds of stuff. And you know, you get away from that, and you come you come here and you do this thing with Rita, and you're like, holy smokes, it's like totally day and night, you know. And then you start to realize it's almost like, you know, it's kind of like you're around it so long that you just get immune to it, you know. And then when you come across someone genuine and thoughtful like that, you know, I mean, she's very funny. She has some funny one-liners, and I'm trying to pull the one-liners out of her. And you know, I mean, she ain't getting rid of the shawl. I already found that out. And you know, it's like we try to put her in a bodysuit, you know, for Blas, but she wasn't having any of that. She goes, I got my stretchy pants, and I said, okay. But other than that, Lisa, I think for the most part, you know, she's just. She's genuine, you know. I think, and she's what you see is what you get. And to me, it's like you're around so much of in the entertainment business. You know, you got so much people trying to be other things that they are not. That when you find someone genuine and they're right next to you, and you get to work with them every day. It's a delight. You know, it's one of those things where. I know as a comedian, I know as a you know, just being a clown, I could push the envelope as far as I can. But even then, it's like for some reason with Rita, it's like I got to stop like 10 feet before, because you don't want to get to that point because she's so nice. You know, you're like, you feel bad, you know?
I just heard my name on Saturday, like, oh yeah, I can't forget about Rita. I was like, no.
But no, you know, it's funny because I was naming all these other people because I was looking at them. And then I got to Rita, and I'm like, hey, I didn't forget Rita. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, she's the main reason these other ones were here.
Right.
So it was kind of, you know, but then again, I messed up my whole set going around and telling everybody, you know, I wanted to make sure I gave them proper, you know, and then I did not like my set on Saturday. I felt, Not overwhelmed, but we had a lot of stuff going on in my head and wasn't feeling too well. I was my daughter was sick at home. I went in her room and I'm like, oh man, I just left. I was like, oh, I feel good, but it wasn't like really bad, but it was just kind of, we feel fatigued.
Yeah.
So that's what I felt. And my mother-in-law even called me out. She goes, hey, you look tired on stage. And I said, yeah, and I wasn't doing as much as I'd done before with my regular shows. But anyway, getting back to the question, Lisa, that's pretty much it. Sorry, I'll go on a tangent. I told you you're going to need more.
I'll take some more of that pancake syrup.
I want some more. I knew you were going to need more. I'm assuming they don't have like sweet and low and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So you wouldn't be able to do your house.
No.
Lisa asked, what would you change about each other?
Oh man.
I know the shawls for one. And then he says those shawls, and then we were talking about sponsors and to pay for my mimosa. Eric is my sponsor for this mimosa.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and I think it's let's say for the thing, this is your look.
Yeah.
This is your trademark. This is
actually.
If we did a picture, this is the picture you'd see.
This is my look right now because this is what I'm most comfortable.
You know what I thought? You know what I saw? No, hold on a minute, because I saw you the other day and you didn't have no shawl on Saturday.
Well, it was Walmart. I mean, you don't wear.
Okay, let me let you in a little secret, and I'm okay with talking about myself. It depends on the shirt. If the shirt covers the front of both sides, then I don't need a shawl. But if it's showing a little bit of the back and the front, no, man, I'm gonna cover that.
Rita, you're comfortable talking about yourself, but you're not comfortable with yourself, is what you're saying.
I am, but and then I like.
No, because you're over here with the show. You might as well have a sauna and like, how you doing? I'm cold.
My mom made this out of. No, just kidding. It's out of the sauna that we stopped using, because AJ got marker on the other half of the sauna.
But again, and I say that, joking, but I understand that though, because there are just some things you wear, you're like, maybe I shouldn't wear that, Cleto, because I mean, like the shirt I wore on Saturday, I'm like, I ate before I got on stage. That shirt was fitting me perfect before I got on. I ate that plate, and when I ate that plate, after I'm like, oh my god, I shouldn't have done it. And I hate the way I look and feel on stage when it's all tight. Like, so I get what you're saying. I mean, I just don't have no shawl. Men don't wear shawls,
And pre-AJ, I never wore stretchy pants. Never. Pre-AJ.
What?
I never wore.
What did you wear?
Pants.
Skirts?
I
Shorts?
wore dresses. I wore those long dresses. I wore a lot of long dresses. But everything's in storage. All my pre-clothes before AJ, everything is in storage.
Now it's time. AJ's already 15. You might as well take the clothes out.
And exactly for myself right now, it's just about comfort.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm at that age where I'm about comfort. I'm like, you know what? If the hemorrhoids are not itching, the nalgas, I'm all right. Can I say that? Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I could say that or not, but it's like, I'll tell you right now, it's all about comfort for me too. I'm right there with you.
I just don't have time. Like,
no skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Rita, you get up at 6, so you have time.
No, I get up right when I need to get up. That's like today. It's like, I don't have to be there too right at, so I'm going to get up a little later today.
I was over here like, man, I'm going to have a great Monday. And then Lily goes, hey, what time are you coming? What? I was at a meeting and actually it took a little longer than I thought.
Yeah, so we waited for you.
We did.
Well, I appreciate y'all waiting.
Yeah.
And I said, no, it's not the same. I mean, I don't want to do the show without Cleto. It's our show.
She didn't want to do it with me.
Our guests together. So I waited for you.
Yeah, good thing. I wind up showing up. You'd be like, we're still waiting.
So when he walks in, we're pretending like we're live and we're like, oh, hey. But no,
so this is how Rita rolls. She gets a mimosa, tea, and diabetes. I mean, that's how she has to make sure she's pumped up and ready to go.
Because it's a lot of champagne versus.
It's a lot of something, that's for sure.
So I have to like every
I mean, I thought I was at a wedding when I smelled it. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh my gosh.
Robert Reyna asks, what is your mission or goal for the podcast show or for the show?
You know what? Right now is to make ends meet. to make money. And I mean, we actually were talking about this a couple of weeks ago. We really, I mean, I think for the most part, for me, everything that I've ever put my hand into, or created or started or just partnered up with, I've always tried to go that extra mile, making it, as excellent as best, and do the very best we can. And as far as the goal here, it's to be just a household show, where people can just hey, we can check it out, we love it, we want to tune in every day, whether they can tune in live or they can tune in later on in the evening. They can see it and say, we want it to be as big as it can get, and again, everything in this day and age is followers and likes and shares. So if we can get a lot of that, that'd be great. And I think for us just to be able to do that, I mean, I think for Rita, she's been doing this gig for a long time. And for myself, being able to jump on board and kind of piggyback off of something she's been doing for a while, and then just putting my little spin on it, it's like, comedy spin basically. Because I mean, we're really, it's no more of the show itself. I mean, for sponsorship purposes, we've been, Cleto and Rita show, but when we were on live, it's like Rita and Cleto show. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're both, definitely on board on it, and I think for us, it's just to make it as big as possible.
Yeah. I met you a long time ago. You probably don't remember, but
I don't.
It was
because you would have looked familiar to me.
Yeah. Oh, I probably looked different too. It was at the Cleto Rodriguez night. The
Cleto show.
Yeah. At World.
Oh wow! When it rained.
Yeah.
Yes.
A friend of mine was like, "Can you help me take some pictures?" So I ended up taking some pictures, and I had taken some pictures of your show and some backstage, and I was like, "Oh man, I remember this."
Wow!
I pulled up and I found some, and I was like, "Wow, dude, this is a long time."
This was the start of the Cleto show, and I remember I actually just saw 2 of the panels that I kept from that show as the background, and I'll never forget. You talk about a humbling experience. I remember just so excited about the show, and we're at SeaWorld and we're gonna go live, and it wound up raining right when we're about to go on, and I said, "Wow! If it wasn't a humbling experience to say, okay, all right, Lord, I got you. I don't know what I did, but then again, I know I did. I know what I did wrong." And he did, and he humbled me pretty good. I never did that again. And all I did was just kind of was so excited to the point where I was kind of really bragging about it a little bit, to some of the folks that I was working with, and out of pure excitement. It wasn't malice or anything like that, but it humbled me pretty good. So you know what, just and that's when I realized to embrace the moment when it happens and not get carried away before it does. So. But yeah, I remember that night. That was a great.
It was outdoors.
I was outdoors. Yeah. I mean, all day it was sunny. It was great. And then that one, right when I kid you not, right when I said, "Welcome to the club," it started raining. I'll never forget that.
Do you guys eventually want something like that, where it's like a studio type?
Oh yeah, we want this thing to be as big as possible. Like right now, we love being out and about in the community, and I mean, this is her bread and butter that she's got going on. Like she does this, I mean, on her own, because we got our own different deals going on too. Like I got my stand up and I got all those other things. But for us right now, I mean, I was just telling Rita this a couple of weeks ago, right? That we want to make this as big as possible and take it to every avenue that we can, and be that pioneers, if you will, kind of to what people are not doing right now. But everyone now has a podcast, and it's nothing new. But at the same time, going out and about in the community is something that I think is, for me, has worked under the Where's Cleto umbrella and was familiar. So it was like not reinventing the wheel. It was just kind of keep going, but on a different. I was going on a Corvette Now I'm in a F-150, going, I'm just taking a different route.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
It's like being, what did I say? Being, I don't remember.
I don't know.
Being able to change,
Yeah, going with the times.
Going with the times.
Just like
Evolving, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, evolving.
And, prior to talking to the show, being the owner of this company, this is something that is, like Cleto said, my bread and butter. But I look at it as a community-based media and media outlet because we do community outreach, but at the same time, having the radio station, we're on 24/7, having 3 different magazines, doing live broadcasting. Then it gets into podcasting and teaching and all that stuff. So this is something that, being able to be doing for 13 years and creating different shows. Since we're on 24/7, we can create different radio shows, radio programming, getting other podcasters onto my radio station. But what I was telling Cleto,
put Eric on here.
Yeah. But I'm actually going to create a whole nother radio station just for podcasters because our airtime, we go live anytime within the 24/7 airtime. We do include the radio. Today we're not doing the radio. We just wanted everybody to kind of see behind the scenes of what's going on in somebody else's podcast.
Yeah, get you some followers.
Yeah, so this
2 more.
This is my why, and we did talk about our why prior to the show.
Right.
This was again nothing because of COVID. Doing this for so long. My story, it goes into depth. There's really very.
Did you say depth?
No, depth.
Oh,
like
depth. Okay, yeah.
And it's an emotional story. And Cleto knows my why. Why I've been bullied all my life. The last thing I would have ever thought is being on camera, talking to people. But I took that and made it something positive. This is for the communities. We're here to highlight the businesses and showcase and get together with, whether it's a small business or corporate, they're reaching out to us to say, hey, we need this. We see how important this is. So that's why we do it.
And then the other thing too is a lot of people were like, when I first started doing it, weren't on board with this.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't see the benefit.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't see it. But one thing, the thing is that not one of them asked me what I wanted to do. It's what was best for me. And I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love my team. They're great. They got my back and all that. And I get it. But for me, it's just, if you can if you can lend your talents to help someone else out.
Right.
And, I really feel that, to me, seeing how hard Rita's put the work in, I mean, it's her time, and if I can, jump on that or, just kind of piggyback off of that and to help out any way I can to get her to, another audience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like these kids yesterday, I say kids, but younger comedians were telling me about, you got to go into this virtual comedy thing now. It's a big thing where virtually you have your own avatar and you're performing for people in UK, in Sweden, in Germany, and like you're literally all over the place. And I'm like, in Scotland, yeah.
Liam.
But Liam's not listening right now.
You never know.
Where do you reach Scotland? You never know.
Actually,
Hey, Liam, what's going on there, Liam?
3% from the UK. So.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so I think for the most part, it's like what people are not familiar with and it's strange to them, they're not going to jump on board until it happens.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's where, for me, it was like, if I'm going to do something, I want to go all out and I want to do it completely to where we can, benefit as much as we can and then also benefit others.
Yeah.
So,
we literally have to be in everybody's faces every single day for them to be like, oh, where y'all going to be? Where y'all going to be? And even our name, we had, Classy the Comedian.
Yeah. Nobody knew who we were.
But everybody knows where's Cleto.
They know Cleto and they know Rita.
With Rita. So that's our brands, our personalities. We brought that together and everybody's like, oh, okay, now we know, so that helped us.
And her audience I'm introduced to her audience, and none of them like me, but I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
They love
they and that's the thing. I think because of the fact of who we are, they embraced Rita. My fans embraced Rita.
Yeah.
And I mean, what's not to embrace, but her fans are like, who else you got,
Yeah.
we like Eric, but they're like, Anybody else? So yeah. Is he gonna be doing this every day? But no, I think it just I got him introduced and I got embraced by her audience as well.
Yeah. And it was like that even for his end and both of our ends. Everybody's like, wait a minute, is that gonna work? But
they did not know that. I mean, I had a family member, not a family member, like a friend of the family, and she was kind of like she didn't see it. Like she just goes, look, Cleto, I think you need a comedian that's a female. If you're gonna do a female, then let it be a female comedian. And this is when I don't know if you remember when we first started doing it, like, hey, kind of be funnier, like, come on out, come on, be funny. I know you're funny because she's funny off camera. She's funny, and I'm like, Rita, do that on, and then that's when around that time. Yeah. But then I took a step back and I said, look, I can't make Rita something she's not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she can't make me something I'm not. But at the same time, it's like there's a middle ground.
Stephanie,
you know what I mean?
says, accept the underground comedy show.
Now, see what I'm saying? She is funny.
Crickets.
Yeah. Stephanie likes the booze too. She's probably having a mimosa also.
And the other great thing for your audience, I think we've been doing this since February. I think we've already caught on to what we need to do. So I'll throw in my little one-liners. I'll throw it in there, but again, I always got to stay inspired.
That's her calling card. I try to get her to I want to tell her like that Rita over there, positive Rita is over there. We need funny Rita, but no, it's just.
It works.
It works.
It's like the yin and yang kind of thing.
You actually need to go back and watch our past episodes because I never used to watch her shows. I'd be like, that's done. I actually go back and watch the shows and look at all the comments, and I'm cracking up by myself because they're so freaking funny.
I never go back. I never see any of what we've done.
They're freaking hilarious.
Except
you never find your glasses. That's why.
When you know what makes it funny too? When Eric is on.
True.
When Eric is on and he's chiming in. And
that's when I don't look at the show. It's like I really don't.
When he's like, free Rita.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like Rita's hungry over here.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all know.
Oh, that's when Angel's on.
Yeah.
Not me. It's when Angel's on.
No, even yesterday you were doing the same thing. She was
yesterday was Sunday. I didn't even see her
yesterday.
yesterday.
Not yesterday, but Friday.
Oh, Friday.
She was all right. Well, this food sounds good right now.
No, because that's when she dropped the I'm not being Fiona for Halloween.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I didn't mean to bring that up.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Eric. I appreciate it.
Oh, we're gonna make him cry.
I had to tell Lydia, we're not gonna be Fiona and Shrek. She goes, why not? I go, your comadre over there, she didn't want to be dressed up all green. She was going to a meeting or something like that.
Real quick, Lisa says, I was a loyal fan of the Saturday Night Super Show with Roman and Cleto.
Oh, yeah.
She also says, amen to embracing the moment. Rita is a visionary and strong, intelligent woman.
There you go. Who's that from?
Lisa.
You're drinking mimosas too?
And Rita does an excellent radio nighttime voice.
Oh,
hello.
yeah,
that's right. Like she smoked a pack of Salem Lights.
Benson and Hedges. Oh my gosh.
So what do you want to? I noticed that you guys are very open to other creatives, and what are some things that you would like to show, like to tell other creatives, like to help them along with their journey? Because I know you do your classes with the high school students, and so what are some things that you tell them?
Well, right now I'm currently at Harlandale Middle School, so I'm working with 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And actually teach them about creating their own radio shows, their own radio programs, being writers for our magazines, because we have the only youth media program that's actually out there in the schools. And they have their own radio station, they have their own magazine, they have their own, media program for them to come and do all this stuff. Yeah. So right now they're in the stage of learning about sponsorships and proposals and pitching those ideas, because I did tell them, hey, if we get this off the ground, we can possibly get a sponsor for y'all. Of course, we're going to put their show on the air, but we want them to understand, because they'll be like, Miss, do you get paid, Miss? Who do you work with, Miss? And I'll be like, Cleto Rodriguez. And like, who?
Of course, story of my life. I'm big with the middle schoolers over there in Orlando. Obviously, they watch my comedy special.
So I want them to understand, what it's all about, what it takes. So I actually went live from there for them, and I put my phone on the other side so they can hear that. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, Miss. So they'll sit down, and I'm already now starting to record them and take photos, because of course you have to get the photo release forms and get that permission and stuff. So they're now starting to hear themselves because I have headphones, they get to hear themselves on the radio. They get to hear themselves be the host, the guest, and so forth. Yeah. So that part is the community outreach that we do go into the schools. We get sponsored for us to go in there and teach them all that. So prior to that, I would say several years ago, we were at Higgs Carter King, and I had a videographer, photographer, a host, one that was doing sound, and then, of course, the production manager. So at the end of the show, they created their show called HCK Radio Show. They created their own jingle, and their show is actually on our podcast. Oh,
speaking about jingles, you said it first. So
we got to come up with
the Rita and Cleto jingle gonna happen, Rita?
What's that?
We got to come up with
the Rita and Cleto jingle.
Oh,
yeah.
Jingle bells. Like right now?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
So we got to think about it. But going back to all that with the for the communities, it's just about, is this something they want to do? They're at Brackenridge High School. They do have the Media and Film Institute. So my daughter Jasmine graduated in that field, but she's been doing this with me since she was 5 years old. So she's been in front of the camera. She's helping now. She's like, Mom, I want to be behind the scenes, do the video and photography. She no longer wants to be in front of the camera, but that's understandable. We don't want to make any of these kids do what they don't want to do. Right. So I just encourage them to take the steps of, if they want to be a part of this industry. It is a tough industry, because I tell them, I said, this is my company. I do what I do, but I have to do this constantly. And, again, like we said, we're still here after all these years, so. Yeah. What is your take on inspiring the youth about this?
You know what? I think they should just work. I really think they should put the time in and, come up. Matter of fact, it's so funny, because I bought some podcast equipment a while back, and my wife and I had talked about doing a marital podcast, and we're that's still kind of in the works, but. I remember the first podcast we did, her and we got in an argument.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know how this is gonna work out, but we got real pissed off at each other. But it's funny, because this weekend we were at the show, my wife and I, and my kids decided to do a podcast with my equipment, and did when my son and my daughter and my other son was spending the night at his friend's house, so. They're like, now they're going to have him be a guest on the podcast. And so, I think for me, cool. Being able to, if I have any advice for anybody that's trying to just start doing this, do something that you love.
Yeah.
Do something that you love, that you're going to put all into it. It's like something that you see and that you're part of every day. Like, for instance, yourself, Eric. You're on our show all the time. You're like almost the only one on our show all the time. And here to see this.
He's our milestone follower, top fan.
It's like,
but you know why? The reason why I like your show is because, one, you interact with the people, right? Mm-hmm. And two, you guys are just funny. You guys are funny, and it is almost like to me, like how it was back in the day. Oh, I got to go home and watch the show at 5:00 in the afternoon because and it's kind of like that. Like I want to tune in, and that's why I tune into you guys, because to me, I feel like you guys are just genuine, and it's, I want to watch it.
Well, we're the household name, right?
You never know what you're gonna get with this show, and I always love every show to be different. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's between. Sometimes
it's a little bit of everything.
Sometimes it's you know, I mean, there's even moments when it's like cochino. Sometimes it's, you know, the one thing I think it never is boring.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing I don't think it's. I mean, I've been times when I've been sick and I've been not under the weather. I'm like, okay, I need the cash, so I'll be there.
Even when I was sick at McDonald's, I was funny. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna take a shower.
Rita was like literally up to the last minute. All right, she goes, I gotta go throw up. I'm like, what the?
I'm throwing up.
She was like, I'm sick. I gotta go to the restroom.
I was all crying in the restroom.
She was, bless her heart, she was so sick. I was feeling for her. I mean, you know what?
I was still there. I still showed up.
Yeah. She was a trooper. Man. That's a true example of a professional.
Yes.
The show must go on, and she's got the equipment. I don't have it, you know. I mean, I'm not driving to Comfort, Texas to do a Facebook Live.
Thank goodness he drove.
Yeah, I picked her up, and she was just like, I mean, she was in bad shape. She was really, like, you could tell she was hurting.
He's like, go ahead and lay down. I'm like, oh, no, I can't lay down.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit up. No.
And I told her, I said, you know what, if you need to throw up, let me know. We'll stop at a venue. But, you know, it was just kind of crazy just how every you know, she was a trooper. She hung in there. Yeah. You would have never known. And that's the way I am too. You'll never know when I'm having a bad set or I'm having a bad gig or I'm having a bad show. I mean, I just will not let you know.
We talk personally before the show. We're like, man.
But she'll know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not feeling it. I'm not. But let's get through this.
Yeah.
And like with Ashley was there, thank God, because I was. And don't get me wrong. If Ashley wasn't there, I would have been doing all the talking. I don't care. Yeah. I have no problem doing that. But it helped that Ashley was there because now we could take the focus off of Rita. Right. And Rita was like, by all means, just do that.
It's trivia time.
If it wasn't for the toilet paper hanging above us and the showers, that's what made our show.
And the shower call. Yeah. Number 7, your shower is ready. Number 7, your shower is ready.
Number
7, your shower
is ready.
He changes his voice.
You're ready. Your shower is ready.
I gotta hear that.
Number 7, your shower is ready. Rita, put your earplugs on. Hold on.
Hello, your shower is ready. Your shower is ready. Number 7.
And Stephanie says the remedy after every show is put some cream on.
Dang, Skippy. You're absolutely right. And Stephanie, let me tell you something. Was she drinking Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I almost went to the luchador.
Oh, really?
I almost went to the luchador.
Yeah.
Because my wife wasn't feeling, after all those drinks, she was not there yet. I'm like, girl, about to take a luchador.
She just needs two mimosas.
It was nice. We were just there for a little bit because it was Jeff's birthday. So,
was there a lot of people?
Well, yeah. You know what? Them Southsiders can sing. Mm-hmm. It's so funny because the luchador is right there on Roosevelt, and it was karaoke night. I'm like, I almost went up there.
Jeff can sing.
Yeah, Jeff can sing. His cousin was there. So I told Stephanie, hey, I'm about to go sing Torn from Natalie and Bruglia. And she's like, tell Bloss to record it. I was like, I said, the best line is lying naked on the floor.
Yeah, but this is coming from the one with the shawl.
I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to go sing that song.
Speaking of cochinas,
I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that.
Rita you were feeling it before you left the Las Frias. You were like, hey, y'all had a good show. You're the best ever in life.
Hey, Cletus, you had a great show.
You know what? We're gonna go luchador. We're gonna sing a little. I don't want torn. I'm all torn. You can get torn. My pants are torn.
It's inspiration for life after hours. That's what Stephanie.
Let me tell you something. Rita was feeling the inspiration.
It's called Sinspiration.
Yes, inspiration.
It was perspiration is what it was. I'm telling you.
We had so much fun. It was a really great night altogether.
Yeah.
Both. The comedy show. You know, I was.
Laura was cool. She showed up with her husband.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm cool. So glad that everybody showed up. I kept looking back like, y'all better fill them seats because I told them 20 seats. All right, all the seats are filled up. So, and then Brandon almost was there. Brandon Lopez.
Was he part of the movie?
He's audio. He does audio.
Oh,
for the
okay. I
movie,
didn't know. I didn't know what to say about him.
Yeah, they're all part of that. So it's The Answer to My Prayer.
Answer My
So
Prayer. And I couldn't
Brandy
remember the name of
Lopez,
the
Bert
damn movie,
Lopez, and Brandon Olmos
I was
were
gonna
there
be.
as well.
It's like Hallmark prayers,
The Answer to My
prayers
Prayer.
of the night or something. I
Oh
can't
my
remember what
gosh!
it
So
was.
that is a joy to be a part of. But like I said, I'm just helping with the catering crew whenever I can, because that's a whole nother world of scheduling.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. There was one on Thursday. They're like, oh, can you come set up and do for 9:30 Ready to Serve? I was like, no, I'm setting up for my show Ready to Serve over there. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do Thursday. But it is a whole nother world. That's
Right.
why I'm like,
A friend of mine does that too. I don't know. Do you know Candy Diaz?
Candy Diaz.
I heard she does stuff like that.
Like the food?
I don't know. Maybe she does productions. I don't know. But I just know she does like a lot of commercials and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. I know there's a Candy, but she does the like dealing with the catering and the crafts, like they call them the crafts.
Oh, okay.
The ones that do like the snacks and,
Yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah.
yogurt. So that's her role.
Facebook. I don't know who Facebook user is. Good morning, y'all. I don't know who this
Good
is.
morning.
If you can just tell me who you are. Lisa Martinez says, I loved watching Cleto open up about some sensitive subjects on the Rita and Cleto show. It was very honest and relatable.
You know, and it's so funny because this is the only place that I probably reveal a lot that I never do. I'm not that one person that when it comes to serious subjects, I avoid.
Yeah.
I deflect. I'm like I deflect with comedy, and that's why I
mean, a lot of comedians do that?
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of them do. I mean, comedy is pain.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever heard that, but comedy is pain, and the funnier they are, the most pain they're in. I mean, look at Robin Williams. You know, I mean, this man, took his life. I mean, it's just something that nobody knew he was going through it because he hit it so well. Right. And that's as a performer, we love making. He's always on. He was always on, and having to be always on, you're deflecting a lot, of stuff, whether you grew up with or you dealt with. And I mean, it could be anything from a death to a family member to someone really close. And it's like, for me, with these subjects, I know that the transparency is what helps people. And the more real you are with them, I've always been able to sniff out somebody that's lying. And I'll be like, kind of like, okay, but it's like, when you're, when you have to, when you're involved in it or you're part of a situation that you're going through, and you, like, for instance, with my mom, like, it was, when I found out she had like 6 months to live, rather than pulling closer to her, I pulled apart because I was protecting myself. And then I found myself that always doing that, even with my kids. And when I found out we were blessed to be with my mom for 5 more years, I started getting closer, and then that's when she wound up passing. But it's just something that a devastation of some sort in your life will come in, and sometimes when you talk about it, it helps. And for me, I mean, it's getting out there and be able to help someone else. But at the same time, you don't realize it's helping yourself.
Right.
And on that note, that's why I think we work well together, because Cleto knows that I have never once ever told him, you can't say that on our show. You can't do that on our show. I'm inspiration for life. We're inspiring.
Yeah.
I have never once told him. And I think that's what he respects about this relationship. Once in a while, pinch him under the table, like, hey, Eric feels bad. You're hurting Eric's feelings. Like, hey,
It's so funny because she'll be like, oh, Cleto doesn't mean, no, Cleto does mean say, but not about you, but like other things,
I do not hold him back from saying anything that he has to say, because I think.
And I think this show is an open platform to where it's like you're able to. And I think she sees that we're trying to help others.
Yes.
Right.
And it's not one of those, I mean, like when she shared her story, it was like, I was like, wow, I mean, she's putting it out there.
Yeah.
And to be able to have, the strength to put it out there and know that this society is a bunch of blowback and a bunch of, responses. behind a keyboard, you never know what you're going to get. But with
Exactly.
this group here in our fan base, they know us. And then when even the new people are starting to realize, okay, these folks here are not about. They're not full of their own agenda.
Yeah.
They're actually about, how can they help someone, or how can they lift someone up, or how can this benefit someone?
Yeah.
And I think for what like she said, that she hasn't. This is why. And honestly, it was a time where I didn't know if I wanted to do this, because I felt like if I couldn't say anything, I wasn't going to feel comfortable.
Right.
And I know I didn't want to tarnish her reputation for what she's worked for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had to be able to have some self-control
Yeah.
to pull back.
Yeah.
It's a thin line. It's a thin line.
It's a thin line. And I mean, it's like, but when it comes to something as serious as that,
We know each other's lines.
We respect that line, if you will, and to where it's like, okay, my take on this thing might not be her take on it.
Right.
And it's like the reason we don't talk politics. We don't talk politics. We'll talk
We'll
religion,
throw it
we'll
out a
talk
little
faith,
bit.
we'll talk a little bit about other people's viewpoints on it, and we'll cover it and make fun of it or light of it or whatever. But it's never to where, oh man, you'll never say. And again, I don't think we've ever had one of those like as serious as the show's been. I don't think it's ever been that. Oh man, that was deep. That was deep.
Oh, man.
That was tough, man. You cut that one with a knife, But we'll leave. I mean, it's almost like I told my wife, I go, look, you can beat me down, but are you going to be there to lift me up?
Yeah.
You can beat me down all I want. Tell me how bad I am and what I don't do right, but are you going to lift me up at the same time? Because if you're going to be doing that, you got to be able to lift me up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If not, then get out of my face. And
that's what makes our show the perfect combination of why we do what we do.
Yeah.
I thought we needed a third person, but Rita was like, no, that's too cutting into my money.
He was going to bring
she
you on.
said,
I was going to bring you on, and he said no.
She wanted to bring. We were trying to get Stephanie on. We were trying to get Stephanie. Like, I got warrants.
Stephanie, I think I enjoy that the best, no politics involved. And then going back to when we were at the restaurant, her and Joe almost didn't come out because she didn't want to come out in the costume. She's like,
I saw that.
Is anybody in a costume? And I said, no. She's like, are you serious? I was like, nobody's in a costume. And she's like, okay, I'll think about it. I had to go out to her car. I went looking for her.
And that's why I said much respect
I went out there. So
Stephanie.
they won. What did they win?
I got to give them a gift card. Yeah, I got to give them a gift card.
You're a winner.
I'm going to get them a gift card to a restaurant.
Yeah.
One that is a sponsor. No, I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get them.
Tamagotchis.
They were. Yeah, right.
$134.
I'm gonna get her one before I get Stephanie one. But no, it's like it's Stephanie and Joe. Much love. They came out.
I told you they were awesome.
You know who else in the costume was Katina and her husband were the Incredibles.
Oh, see, they were Incredibles. Yeah, they were sitting down the whole time. Yeah, I didn't get to see her costume.
But no, they were all.
They were.
I don't even know what the hell they were.
They were wolves. They were the dead wolves, not the red wolves.
The red wolves.
Because they were skeletons and they were wolves.
I thought they were like the Musketeers. I thought they were the Musketeers. No, they were with wolves hats on.
Yeah, they were awesome. They were.
But those two right there, and then Joe was like.
Joe had a cape, so he thought he was a superhero walking around like I'm Joe.
He looked like a boss.
Yeah, he looked like with that cape flowing and everything.
He looked like a boss. But no,
that's awesome. April, it's April. Hey, April, what's going on? Thank you. April.
April and Sarah.
No, April Matrosa.
April, live from the South Side.
Live from the South Side.
Live from the South Side.
Live
from the South Side.
We've been good friends for a long time.
That's the one that was at the Women's Working Unemployment or whatever the hell it was.
Working Women's Wednesday. Yeah, she was there.
Yeah. The one you interviewed.
Yes. She sat in the hot seat for a little bit. Yeah.
Me and April have been good friends for a while, and she's like my sister.
She does this too, right?
No. She does the
magazine.
She does she does a lot of promotional stuff. Now she's working with a lot of city council too. But yeah, we just been friends. She's like
double fisting, girl.
That's gonna go to waste right there.
I guess not. I guess not.
The tea.
Hey,
The
you
tea.
still gotta drive home.
This is my cup of tea right here.
I bet it is. That's more your cup of tea right there.
I have to.
You'll be watching General Hospital a whole nother way. I can tell you that.
Yeah, with our pancake syrup.
Yeah. I know. I feel like having French toast right now.
Put it on the bagel. Put it on the bagel.
Hey, there you go. This bread.
my
This bread.
God.
So they have sourdough bread that they come out and they cook it right from the oven right there, and God, it's so
What
good.
kind of food do they have here?
The breakfast sandwiches and all that. All the bagels. They make them here, and then they have pizza at 11.
I saw the beignet place next door.
Oh yeah, the beignet place. Yeah, they have a beignet chicken sandwich, and I was like, oh, this is gonna taste nasty. Nope. Nope. Because you think you're like, beignet. No, it's sweet and it's a giant
like
piece of
chicken and
chicken.
waffles.
It's a giant piece of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good.
See, don't even, I'm already, don't even.
And it's a drive-through.
Oh.
Pick it up to go.
Hello.
Pick it up to go.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so what are also some things that you guys want to advise, like for you, Cleto, for other comedians? I know you have a lot of younger comedians that maybe look up to you. What are some things that you give them advice with?
Well, I tell them, first of all, don't quit their day job. Keep that bad boy. And I remember the first time I got to the comedy club, I was so excited about being there. I said, what kind of advice? I told the door guy, what advice do you have for, somebody wanting to be a comedian? He's like, are you married? I go, no. He goes, good, stay that way. And I was like, all right. So other than that, I go to the comedy club. I went to an open mic not too long ago. And I kid you not, I was like the old guy at the comedy club. They were like, Mr. Rodriguez, do you mind watching my set? I'm like, you don't have to call me. You can call me Cleto. Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, whatever you want me to call you, I'll call you whatever. And, it's kind of the respect that they give you, and it's really cool. And it's like you let them know. First of all, they got to ask you, because you just go in there and start giving them. Like last night, I was judging a contest at Upstage Comedy for the Chingona tour, and they were trying to find the next one to go on tour with them. And there's one girl out of Houston was so funny, man. She talked about having a dog, and she goes, yeah, I just had a baby, oh, don't worry, I adopted that woman. And she goes, oh, I mean, but it was, it's a little Boston Terrier, but I had to go look it up because I've never been to Boston. I know how to talk to him. And I'm like, what? And just she did a whole bit, a 5-minute bit about, the dog. And I said, wow, and just giving them advice, on all their sets and how their stage presence and then how they commanded the stage and their material and so on. It brought back a lot of memories. So I think for up and coming comedians right now, you got to have thick skin. First of all, don't expect to be, making it within the first, several years. You got to put in your time, put in your dues. But every chance you go on stage, whether it be a restaurant, a comedy club, a laundromat, wherever, a bar, whatever, just, make the best of it. Go make that time, make that show happen, and just keep striving and keep grinding and keep going and keep writing and never settle. Never settle. I'm right now, I told my wife after Saturday and then yesterday watching it, I got to go back and reinvent myself to where it's like you got to recharge. I think what happened with me was that I got content with where I was at, and I was like, because you find your voice, and once you find your voice, you're able to go. I tried a new material that Saturday. I said my kids, about Halloween. They have these 2 costumes, and they were homeschooled, and I mean, they were like, they never took them off. We made the mistake of buying the costumes 2 weeks in advance, so they would never take them off. But they were like Marvel and Hulk and stuff. And
but did you like that I laughed every single one? Even though
I wasn't even looking at you because I stopped looking at you.
I was laughing so hard. I was helping out.
I wind up. I get my. There's not those costumes. you can wash
Yeah.
because the muscles get all, So I told my girl, and they had big red stains, Cheeto stains, barbacoa stains. I said, boys, I'm not buying you new costumes. You're going to wear those for Halloween. I said, don't get them dirty. They're like this with the barbacoa thing. And then they're like this. Like this. And I go, I ain't washing that thing. I ain't cleaning either. Okay, Daddy, we're going to go trick-or-treating in the costume. So they wind up going in those costumes. Sure enough, the lady, we go to the first house, the lady goes, who's at the door, honey? And the guy goes, I don't know, it looks like a homeless Hulk and broke Batman. I mean, they were calling CPS on me and my wife because they were all so dirty. And I said, but it's better than the costumes we had. Yeah. My costume, I was Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm going to every house. Trick or treat. I had hold my hose because my rubber band busted. Trick or treat. Hey, trick or treat. And there was just holding my mask. Trick or treat. I'm Casper Friendly Ghost. Trick or treat. My poor brother, he was a ghost, but he had the savana. It had the rosas and it had pea stains on it.
Kind of like,
it had meow stains and AFC, NFL, and all kinds of stuff.
So guess what AJ's gonna be for Halloween?
Casper?
No, he's got the Hulk costume.
Oh my God!
Right, Toby?
Hulk smash!
He was running around the house screaming Hulk smash. So guess what I did? I hit the costume, so he can't find it right now.
Good.
So he won't have any stains
Yeah, because
on
he
it.
can't wash that off.
No.
2 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh,
I made that mistake. I said never again.
I learned from your mistake. That's why I hit it.
Good, I'm glad. See,
I
try to help out the show.
I pay attention to his jokes.
That's right. Never again.
Oh my God.
How can people get a hold of you as far as for promotional stuff,
Just call
marketing?
Me. Just call me.
Just to be able to reach out to you if they need promotional stuff.
Well, they can go to our website, inspiration4life.org. Click on contact, and that's probably the best way. If you go to the website, all the social media, everything under the sun is under there. Even our show, the Rita and Cleto show, everything's on there. So just go to the website. That'll help tremendously.
Okay. And Cleto, any shows coming up that you have?
I got one this Saturday at Pedrati's Ranch for Window World. It's a fundraiser for St. Jude's Hospital and Research Center. So trying to help out kiddos and families that are dealing with cancer and to the point where they don't have to pay anything. And we're helping raise money. Our goal is trying to get in 6 figures, and we're going to have a live auction, and it starts at, I believe, 7, and then the show won't start till about 9, but they're going to have like a live auction and then presentation. So it's going to be a good show.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you for coming on. We will be live again here in a couple minutes with the Texas House Representative candidate, because today is early voting. Start of early voting is today.
That's right.
So, but yeah, stay tuned here in a couple minutes. Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you,
coming
Eric.
on.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.